Okay, division time. We learned that a to the x divided by a to the y is a to the x minus y because we subtract our exponents. So 2 to the 6th divided by 2 to the 3rd, if you want to think about this, this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 divided by 2 times 2 times 2, and now we can cancel out the ones that match so that we're left with this. So what is this in exponential form? It's 2 to the 3rd power. Now, of course, you really eventually don't want to have to write it all out. You just want to use the rule. And the rule we know is that we just subtract these exponents. So that's how we got the 3. The base stays the same. So you're not going to divide 2 by 2 and get 1. The base will still be 2. And the reason why is, it's just been explained and shown here. All right, we get down to B, and we remember that numbers work like they always have. We have a -5/10, basically. That's what this is. It's a fraction, -5/10. So you ask yourself, well, what can they both be divided by? They can both be divided by 5. So we're essentially kind of reducing this. Okay, -5 divided by 5 is 1. And then 10 divided by 5 is 2. And I should have a negative in front. So that basically just reduces down to -1/2. Okay? Now we look at our exponents. We have n to the 2nd divided by n to the 8th. We learned that we subtract them, so we're going to get n to the 6th, and you just ask yourself, is it on top or is it on the bottom? It always winds up wherever the heavier or bigger exponent is. So it's going to stay down here at the bottom, so it will be n to the 6th power. So that was your answer, -1 over 2n to the 6th. All right, C was actually a multi-step problem. The first thing that we have to do is we have to take care of the bottom part here, which is multiplication. So even though we're in the division section, this is still going to require us to use our multiplication skills. So we deal with our whole numbers first. This is a +2 times a -3, that's -6. And then x to the 2nd times x to the 5th, we add the exponents and we get x to the 7th. And then the top is still -4x to the 3rd. Okay, I've changed colors so that we can kind of separate this a little bit more visibly here. This is a fraction. It's -4 over -6. So we can think about how we could reduce that fraction. We can divide both of these numbers by 2. So when we do that, we're going to get -4 divided by 2. We're going to get a -2 on the top, and we're going to get a -3 on the bottom. And if you left it -2 on the top and -3 on the bottom, I didn't count off, but you really haven't simplified it all the way, because a negative divided by negative is actually a positive. So we wind up with +2/3 basically is our fraction. And then we deal with our variables. We have x to the 3rd divided by x to the 7th. So we're going to get x to the 4th power, and it's just a matter of where it goes. And it's going to go wherever the bigger exponent is, which is on the bottom. So that's going to be x to the 4th. So to clean this up, you would just have 2 over 3x to the 4th power.